Hey, what's going on, guys? It's the Ranger thing back here with another, another kind of update on this thing, on old Gregg. I think the last video I put out, I showed you guys that I got the this light bar mounted. I still haven't figured out a better way to mount it. It still points down really far, but I don't guess it really matters because, you know, fuck it, right? But the big deal, and part of the reason why I haven't posted any videos since then is, well, she's a little pulled apart, and I know there's some trash back here. This doesn't usually happen to most of my vehicles. It's just this one's been kind of a pain to work on, so it's kind of what happened. But yeah, I got the transmission out. If you guys, I didn't do any kind of videos on it because it was a kind of a after work, get it done and just be done with it kind of thing. So I didn't take any videos on it. But if you need a video, 1A Auto, they do a great video on how to pull these out. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to go get a whole new trans. I didn't get the torque converter out yet, mostly because it's, like I said, it's been an after work thing. I've checked over the transfer case. The transfer case is pretty good. There's no real play in it or anything, so I'm not worried about it. I was surprised to see that none of these catalytic converters are clogged up at all. And if you don't know, Rangers have 4 of them. 4 catalytic converters, which is ridiculous. Front drive shaft was still good. It's actually probably the best one I've ever pulled out of one of these trucks. Yeah, I guess she's pretty good, but somewhere along the lines the battery died, so I don't even have any juice on this thing anymore. But it is what it is, and look, I'm full of parts in here too, and trash, because I haven't been able to clean up after myself. I've kind of been work till it's dark and call it a day. My damn landlord tried to tow this thing because of this sticker. A freaking sticker wasn't in the windshield, so I had to make sure I put that in there. But I guess that is part of my lease, that I have to have valid registration, and I guess they can't find out if you have valid registration if you don't put the sticker in there. And she was also mad because when I drained the transmission, I left the pan, because it started raining on me. I left the pan sitting right here so that it wouldn't get rain in it. And yeah, she got mad about that too. But this thing's been pretty good to me. The check engine light that I had for the O2 sensor, it finally went off. It just kind of went off on its own. I don't know what causes it, but one day when we were driving in the rain, it just came on. And then, I don't know, we ended up deciding we're not fixing it yet, because the O2 sensor for that car at AutoZone and O'Reilly's and Advance, it was like 100 something, 180 something. I was like, I don't really want to spend that much. So I didn't. And then, what do you know, it just fixes itself. And also, like, I usually use Rock Auto and stuff for cheaper parts, but I couldn't find it on any of those websites until here recently. Now they've got them on there. But I happened to come into this thing not too long ago, and it's already broken. Of course, it's transmission issues. What else would you expect from this channel? But I've got a 2007 Dodge Durango, and it is beat to hell. So brace yourself. But yeah, that's this thing. It's got like 210,000. I think it's like right at 209,000 actually. it's done blown through I don't know how many tires over here, and so this just kind of hangs. And then this was my mother-in-law's vehicle, and take it for what it is, she can't drive. So she did, I don't remember if she did this or if her husband did this, but she did one, and then her husband did the other, whichever one it may have been, I don't remember. And then I gotta pop that out. She ran into a utility pole at some point, and also ran into something up here. But for body damage, it's not absolutely horrible, and I can fix it, so it's not too big of a deal. But I want you to pay attention to this seat here. It's pretty grody. The whole truck was like this. Which, I mean, I'm not complaining. I got it for free. And yes, I have my trash in here. I drove this to work for a little while. I mean, you can't be mad if it's for free, right? So it is what it is. But we still got a lot of cleaning to do in it. I've been having my wife help me on this one. Oh yeah, I'm actually married now. I actually went and got married. I got some tools back here, and all those back seats are stained just as bad as these ones up here. And I guess I'm gonna pull them out and take them to the car wash or something and spray them. This thing runs like a top, but the torque converter's out. But look. Starts right up. Now, when I got it, it did not have quite the greatest startup. When I first got it, there was a massive vacuum leak, so bad that it would idle at 2,500 RPM the whole time that it was running. Give me just a second, I gotta put this hood prop up. But it would idle at 2,500 RPM, and I could not figure it out for the life of me why it was doing that. And so I started pulling stuff off. And I started here because it was the easiest, which I'm gonna actually have to replace this elbow. It's getting cracked really bad. I don't know, I may wrap some electrical tape on it. The plan for this thing is to fix it a little bit, fix what I have to fix, and sell it. But this hose here, it's a crank ventilation, runs from the intake all the way back to the back of the valve cover back there, which is kind of hard to see. And actually, you won't be able to see it on the camera. It won't pick it up. But back there's another little elbow like this, which is also cracked and beat up, and I wrapped it with the electrical tape. But that wasn't the problem. What happened to be the problem is right here. This is your PCV hose, and it runs from here at the top of the valve cover all the way back to the back of the block. And there's a little 90-degree elbow on the back of it, which is quite a bit smaller than this one, but it's the same type of material. The same type of material on the back of the engine block. And the space between the engine block and the firewall, there's maybe only 4 inches tops. And it's a pain in the ass to replace that. But anyway, so it's a 90-degree elbow, and this whole corner of it had completely shredded itself. So I had the piece that was around the nipple, and then I had the piece that was around the hose, and the whole 90 right here was gone. And like, it was just open. Like, there was no connection between it at all. And so it was just constantly sucking in way more air than it needed. And they fought with that problem for at least 4 years, if not more, and could never figure it out. They actually took it to a mechanic who did this, which I'll tell you about in just a second. They took it to a mechanic and paid him $500 $500 to fix this thing, and he decided that the ECM was bad, and so he started trying to delete shit from the ECM. Woohoo! That didn't work. And so then he decided the idle air control valve was bad, and so he put a new one on. That didn't work. And so then he decided to make the idle air control valve work without the computer. And so he did that by running a power wire to it, which comes on ignition. And it's stupid. But this is how bad this thing has gotten. His wiring job was such junk that this wire just kind of comes out on its own, which will make it die. Well, my video just cut out, but anyway, like I was saying, this wire over here will just randomly come out. You hit a hard enough bump, it'll come out, and so I've got to rewire that, because every time it comes out, the whole damn thing will die, unless you kind of brake boost it and continue to give it power. But because this thing idled at 2,500 RPM for the past 4 years, the torque converter got smoked. So now I've got to replace that, and I'm hoping that it can kill the whole transmission. And I guess I've got a low tire as well. Oh well. But yeah, this is the new addition. And anyway, that little elbow I was telling you guys about, it's literally just a $5 part. $5 is what it costs for that part. And he paid $500 at a mechanic to have him tell him that it was all this other stuff, and it wasn't. Like, how that must be crappy, right? Spend $500 and your vehicle not even be fixed. But yeah, I'm doing a job on this car later today. He's got his AC compressor out, so I'm gonna put a new AC compressor on it, and that'll, I guess, give me the money to put a transmission in this. I'll run to the pick and pull and grab one at some point. It's not gonna be today. This is the 4th of July, by the way. I'm here doing nothing, but it is what it is. I guess that's how you pay your bills, right? I guess I'm gonna cut you guys out there. It was just kind of another little update on this thing. I'm not happy with how slow it's been. I'm not happy with the fact that I have to put so much money into it, but it is what it is. I decided I want another one, so I bought another one, and this is what we're doing. But I'm gonna catch you guys out there. Y'all have a good one. It's a Ranger thing. Checking out.